The film begins with a man named Walker. Inside his cabin, there are lots of drugs and cash. He sets them on fire. In the next scene, a truck is shown being chased by the police. Truck carries drugs hidden inside washing machines. Numerous police cars are after it, and gunfire is exchanged. However, the people in the truck manage to escape the bullets. All police vehicles are left behind except one, which stays close. Truck's occupants throw a washing machine at it, severely injuring the officer inside. Police car halts. The injured officer's partner calls for backup, but it is too late. Truck gets away. In the following scene, Charlie and his 3 friends arrive near a club. These 4 are involved in the drug trade and have collected money by selling drugs. They are now going to repay a gangster from whom they had borrowed the money. When Charlie and his friends arrive, a young man inside the club sends his uncle Ching outside. Ching notices a car parked near the club with 3 masked men inside, all carrying guns. Around the same time, Ching receives a warning message urging him to flee. Charlie's other 2 friends, still in the car, also spot the masked men and warn their group about an impending attack. Without wasting time, the masked men storm into the club and start firing. Chaos erupts and many people die. The news of the shootout reaches Walker and Ellie, who are both police officers. They arrive at the scene quickly. Inside the club, they find a horrifying sight: bodies and blood everywhere. To understand what happened, Walker and Ellie check the CCTV footage. Walker sees Charlie in the footage and recognizes him, but denies knowing him when questioned by the police. Walker then visits a politician, who turns out to be Charlie's father, Lawrence. Walker asks if he knows Charlie's whereabouts. When Lawrence hesitates, Walker shows him the CCTV footage and warns that Charlie may get involved in the case, as he appears to be with the shooters. Terrified, Lawrence pleads for his son's safety and threatens to expose Walker's past misdeeds if anything happens to Charlie. Meanwhile, a woman named Mother is introduced. She is the leader of the gang from whom Charlie and his friends had borrowed money. The gangster they went to repay was her son, who dies in the shootout. Deeply grieved and furious, she points a gun at her brother Ching and demands to know how her son died and where Ching was at the time. Ching says her son had sent him outside just before the shooting. Mother questions how Ching survived. Flashbacks reveal that Ching is somehow linked to the attackers and had advance warning about the attack, which helped him escape. However, he does not disclose this to his sister. Walker is now focused on finding Charlie. He visits a nearby clinic where injured people from the club are being treated. He threatens one man to tell what happened. The man only knows that 3 masked men entered and opened fire, killing and injuring many. He doesn't know more. Later, Walker goes to the hospital to meet the injured officer who was hit by the washing machine. Other police officers there inform him that it was none other than Charlie who threw the machine. All of Walker's fellow officers are aware of this fact. Walker is suspected to support Charlie because of his deep connection with Lawrence. Due to this, the injured officer is not allowed to meet Walker. Instead, Walker meets the injured officer's wife, who tells him that just before the accident, her husband mentioned Walker's name and said that 5 police officers were about to be in serious trouble. The story then shows a gym owned by Walker, where he and other police officers are involved in stealing and dealing drugs. When one of their colleagues threatens to expose them, Walker kills him. This incident leads to a case against Walker, which Lawrence helps dismiss. Using this secret, Lawrence pressures Walker to find his son. The scene shifts and finally shows Charlie and Mia, who go to her uncle for help. She asks her uncle to arrange fake passports so they can flee the country, as the police are after them. Later, Ellie shows a photo of Mother, the gangster, to Walker at the police station. She explains that Mother's son was killed in the club shooting, and she will not stay silent. Walker's boss arrives and warns him that if he makes another mistake, he will be fired. She accuses him of underestimating the police and lying about knowing Charlie, even though he clearly recognizes him. Another colleague tells Walker that the girl with Charlie used to work at a dump site. In the next scene, Lawrence is stuck in traffic when 2 men on motorcycles attack him and force him to speak. On the phone, caller is Mother. She blames Charlie for her son's death and demands to find him at any cost. This frightens him greatly. Meanwhile, Walker visits the workplace of Mia. He meets her uncle and questions him about her. The uncle refuses to speak at first, but Walker threatens him and shows his ID. The uncle then reveals that Mia and Charlie are planning to flee the country. Walker hears police cars approaching and warns the uncle to deny knowing him if questioned, or face deadly consequences. Elsewhere, Mother captures another of Charlie's friends, Wes. Terrified, he insists that he is innocent and had been waiting in the car during the shooting. He claims to have only seen 3 masked men enter the club and start firing. He says he knows nothing anything about Charlie but can help locate Mia if Mother promises not to harm him. In the next scene, Walker goes to a club where he finds Mia and gives her the passport. Walker warns her that if she wants to stay alive, she must cooperate with him, as only he can protect her. He asks her to reveal Charlie's location. Mia immediately denies knowing Charlie. Just as she says this, several police officers arrive. Seeing them shocks Mia. She tells Walker something unexpected, that on the night of the club attack, she saw the face of one of the masked men, and he was the same police officer now approaching them. This revelation shocks Walker. The approaching officers behave more like gangsters than policemen. They demand Walker hand over the girl, saying her friend has caused them serious damage. Walker responds in their tone, saying he cannot give her up as he still needs her. A fight breaks out between Walker and the three corrupt officers. The same moment, members of Mother's gang also arrive and start firing at Mia on sight. Walker tries to protect her, but the enemies outnumber them. To save herself, Mia fights back alongside Walker. Now both the police officers and Mother's gang want to capture Mia, leading to a conflict between the two groups. Amid the chaos, Charlie also arrives to save Mia. Seeing Charlie, everyone starts firing at him too. Walker holds Mia at gunpoint and urges them to come with him, insisting only he can save them. As they flee, the corrupt officers shoot at them. Despite the gunfire, they reach their vehicle, only to find that Mother's gang is already waiting outside and opens fire. During this moment, Mia discovers from Charlie that Wes had betrayed them by leaking their location to Mother's gang. Walker, Mia, and Charlie manage to escape from both the corrupt police and gangsters. Walker then calls his partner Ellie and delivers a shocking revelation. He explains that the case is not what it initially seemed. The three officers who chased the drug truck that day were not trying to catch criminals. They were after the drugs themselves. These officers were imposters working with the drug mafia. A fourth officer had discovered their truth, so they deliberately put him in the lead during the chase and caused an accident to avoid suspicion. They hoped he would die and their secret would remain hidden, but the officer survived. Walker urges Ellie to reach the injured officer and protect him, as he knows everything. Meanwhile, the two surviving corrupt officers learn that their secret is in danger. One of them calls Ching and orders him to go to the hospital and kill the injured officer before he can speak. Ellie arrives at the hospital, but before she can reach the injured officer, Ching shoots and kills him. While leaving, Ching also shoots the officer's wife, who is a witness to the murder. Ellie witnesses everything and starts firing at Ching. In return, Ching fires back. Ellie skillfully dodges the bullets and finally shoots him in the leg, capturing him. Ellie then goes to Walker's house, but his wife tells her that Walker doesn't live there. He stays in the forest. As Ellie prepares to leave for the forest, a message arrives on Ching's phone. Corrupt officer who had Ching kill the injured officer invites Ching for a deal. Ellie heads to the meeting location and arrests both officers, as she already has Ching in custody. Meanwhile, Walker is at his home with Charlie and Mia. He excitedly calls Lawrence to inform him that Charlie has been found. But things turn out differently. Mother, the gangster, has already captured Lawrence. Now she also knows Charlie's location and orders her men to capture him, believing Charlie is responsible for her son's death. Mother's gang attacks Walker's house. Walker and Charlie return fire from inside, managing to defend themselves. Some gang members try to enter through the basement, but Walker shoots them in time. With every exit blocked, enemies surround the house. Mother's right-hand woman, a combat champion, arrives and engages Walker in a brutal fight. Already exhausted, Walker struggles and eventually falls. Just when she is about to kill him, Walker grabs a nearby gun and shoots her dead. Side, Charlie and Mia are captured. Mother brings Lawrence to the scene and accuses Charlie of killing her son. She threatens to make Charlie suffer by killing someone he loves, his friend Mia. She hands a gun to Lawrence and orders him to shoot Mia. Before he can act, Ellie arrives with the two corrupt officers who actually killed Mother's son. She reveals the truth. Charlie and Mia are innocent. They only came to repay a debt. The real culprits are the two officers and Mother's own brother, Ching. One of the corrupt officers grabs a gun and starts shooting at Ellie to silence her. At the same time, Ching, anticipating that Mother might kill him, shoots her first. Mother dies on the spot. The corrupt officers then try to kill Charlie and Mia to eliminate eyewitnesses. Lawrence steps in front of his son and takes the bullets himself, sacrificing his life. Witnessing this, Walker comes out and shoots at the attackers to protect Ellie. He ruthlessly kills one of the corrupt officers. The last remaining corrupt officer tries to flee with a bag of money. Walker chases him, shoots him, and though he is hit in return, Walker only gets injured. Corrupt officer dies. The crime scene, most culprits lie dead. Charlie and Mia are still alive. As they attempt to escape in a car, Ellie advises them to surrender to the police. Their crime is minor, they only stole drugs. In custody, they will be safe. Otherwise, Ching might take over Mother's gang and have them killed. Charlie and Mia ignore her advice and flee. Ellie then meets Walker. Walker tells her she should arrest him because he indirectly supported criminals. He gives her a gift meant for his daughter and asks her to deliver it. Police sirens approach in the background, and the movie ends.